The hype is real. Future Trunks versus Black Goku was insane. The fact that we got two character deaths in one episode really shows you that they're setting a strong tone. Dragon Ball Super, the Future Trunks arc, has the potential to be the best arc in all of Dragon Ball history. It has the potential. Now, I'm gonna be doing an in-depth analysis and breakdown to see if there's any Easter eggs or hidden messages. Let's get right into it. The first thing I want you to notice is the fact that Mai was in the opening. She really had a strong presence in the opening. Yes, in the anime. In the episode, she's dead. But I have a feeling that she's not, because in this shot, you can see her holding different type of guns. So we didn't see that in the episode, which leads me to believe that perhaps Mai is not fully dead yet. We might see her again. Now, this shot really reveals a lot about who Black Goku is, and I'm gonna be doing a separate video talking about that, as well as talking about who this Green Supreme Kai person is, because I have a strong feeling about who he really is. Now, Trunks, he's a different character from Little Trunks. They are the same character, but in terms of personality, it really makes them very different. This guy has seen death, destruction, like he's really, in terms of his personality, completely different than Little Trunks. Now, right away, we see destruction everywhere. Humanity has gone almost to extinction, and almost the whole planet has been destroyed for the past year. Now, this right here, we've seen this before in present time when Bulma was working on that blue liquid, and she got some help from Monaka. So I do feel like those little color balls do represent something. We're gonna see that again in the future. Now, in terms of the liquid, what I want you to notice is that it's not halfway full. I know Bulma said in the episode that we only made half fuel for one trip, but if you see in this shot, you can see that it's not even halfway. So they have less than what they actually need, but it's enough to make a trip to the past. Now, I love this shot because it really shows you their blue hair between Bulma and Trunks, and it shows you why her hair is blue. I have a feeling that the reason that their hair is blue, their explanation that they're gonna give, is the fact that that's what happens when they grow older. When it comes to Bulma and when it comes to Trunks, as they get older, instead of getting white hair, they're gonna have blue hair. Especially because that Green Supreme Kai has white hair, it would create a conflict if Bulma had white hair as she got older. Now, I want you to notice this because this is not that sensitive. If you drop this, it's not gonna break. Like, Bulma has really thought this through and is well protected. Now, people have been saying, oh, this black character, he was able to just put her into ashes. This wasn't Black Goku. Yes, it was his ki blast that created the explosion, and the heat from the explosion is what caused Bulma to die. But what I want you to notice is that Black wasn't affected in any way. He wasn't even burnt, which is a hint as to who he really is. He might not actually be human, and he might not actually be a Saiyan, even though he looks like Goku. Now, I found this hilarious because Beerus said in the past that he was the one who destroyed the dinosaurs and brought them to extinction. But there is some inconsistency because clearly in the anime, we've seen dinosaurs, we've seen reptiles, so there was some inconsistency there, and I just wanted to point that out. Now, what really pissed me off is that the fact that they didn't create new footage. They used old footage in the anime, and I understand you want to show the difference to see how far we've grown, but this really takes me away from the episode, from the experience. I feel like it's just really frustrating and annoying when they do this. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Black Goku is actually Goten, but guys, Goten is not even alive or doesn't exist in the future Trunks timeline. So no, it's not Goten. I know they look very similar. Goku and Goten look very similar, but it's not him. Now, what I want you to notice is the fact that Whis has his hands behind his back. Yes, Vegeta's putting up a good fight, but he doesn't even stand a chance against Whis. Whis isn't even trying. I also want you to notice that Beerus has his hand behind his back, and this is gonna be very similar to that shot of Black Goku in the opening, and I am gonna talk about this in a separate video. I want you to also notice the fact that, actually we're gonna get to that in a second, but in this shot, you can actually see Trunks crying. Again, I made a point earlier in the trailer that the only time that we've seen Trunks cry before was when Gohan died. So we knew that somebody was gonna die, it was gonna be his mom. Now in this shot, we get some clarification as to why the Gods of Destruction were freaking out, all right? They weren't freaking out because they were scared of Zeno. Okay, and right here, this shot of Goku grabbing Zeno and the fact that the attendants of Zeno were freaking out. A lot of people were saying, oh, the reason they're freaking out is because Zeno is not that powerful. So they were afraid that Goku was gonna hurt him. No, guys. The attendants were afraid that Zenos was gonna get pissed off and destroy the entire world. Okay? If not this universe, then the entire world. That's why they were freaking out. Not because they were scared that Zeno was gonna get hurt. So Zeno, it is confirmed. Guys, stop arguing with me. This guy is the most powerful being in the multiverse. There is nobody above Zeno. Okay, a lot of people have been doing hate comments in one of my videos where I say he's the most powerful. Guys, it's been confirmed. He is, all right? He is the Omni King, and there's nobody above him. I also want you to know that I know in the description for the Future Trunks timeline, it was said that Zeno was gonna get involved. That doesn't mean that he's gonna fight. They made it very clear in this episode that Zeno does not fight. He can kill anybody. He can destroy anything in a second. All right, he's that powerful. What I want you to also notice is the fact that there used to be 18 universes, but now there's only 12, and that is very important as to who Black Goku is and where he comes from. So I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. Now, meat is very rare. This is not dog food. This is actual meat, which means for the past maybe 6 months to a year, they haven't been eating all that healthy. They've been eating even animal food. Now, this cat is not the same cat from Dr. Briefs. This is not Dr. Briefs' cat. Dr. Briefs' cat would have died a long time ago. This is a different cat, even though it looks similar. Now, what I want you to notice is that when Trunks had visions of the past, when he was remembering his memories, he saw an image of his father being a kick-ass warrior. He saw an image of Gohan, who in his eyes is the most powerful person alive, because in this next shot, you can see the Goku. This is right before Goku dies. So remember, guys, the last time that Trunks went to the past, excluding the movies because the movies are not canon, but in terms of the anime and what is canon, the last time Future Trunks went to the past, Goku was dead. So when the fact that Trunks is going to the past, he's not going for Goku. He's going for the most powerful character that was alive back when he was there, which is Gohan and Vegeta. All right, he's not coming after Goku. He thinks Goku is dead. Now, I want you to also notice this because they didn't even bother to make his hair blue. They just used old footage where Future Trunks' hair is actually purple. Now, again, I do think that this is confirmation that the explanation they're gonna give is the fact that as those two characters get older, Bulma and Trunks, their hair becomes blue. And this is back when Future Trunks was just a teenager, and now he's 32 years old. So much older, he's getting that blue hair now. I love this shot because even though it wasn't confirmed in the episode that they're going out or they're dating, I do feel that they're hinting to us that these two characters have some sort of special connection beyond just friendship. Honestly, I'm very good at noticing these things, and I don't think these writers are just doing black and white. I do think that they're hinting these little details for us to notice, which is why Trunks got pissed off when she died. I'll talk about that later. Now, I love this shot because it shows you the city where people live has been completely destroyed, but in areas where people don't live, it's green. All right, so that reveals a lot about this Black Goku character and his personality. I love this shot because he's throwing a ki blast from his sword. Epic, so badass. What I noticed though is the fact that Future Trunks wasn't even flying. He jumped up in the air and then he was falling as he was blocking the Kai Blast. So he wasn't even flying and he didn't even go Super Saiyan. I wonder why. This is a nice little Easter egg because Future Trunks has the tendency to always lose his sword. And this has happened, this is like the 5th time, I don't know. It's happened so many times, he always loses his sword. Now again, I do feel that Mai is alive. I know she looks like she's dead, but the fact that her body is still there and she was in the opening leads me to believe that she's still alive. Finally, we get a shot of Black Goku, this black character. He's only wearing one Potara ring that's green. This guy is pure evil. I have my theories on him. I'm gonna talk about that later. And at the very end, he says, "Today is the day you die, Saiyan." So Black is not a Saiyan. Even though he looks like Goku, he might even have the same form and style as Goku. I think there's more to him than meets the eye. I think you can't judge the book by its cover. I don't think he's a Saiyan. So that is my analysis. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me on my analysis of episode 47? And what are your theories as to who Black Goku is? In a different video, I said that he was the makaioshin, but I'm actually gonna make a separate video because with this new footage and the Green Supreme Kai, I have more theories as to who Black Goku is and who the other character is. In the meantime, guys, make sure you watch my Battlefield 1 gameplay trailer live reaction. I know it's not anime related, but that thing was epic. And if you haven't already seen it, make sure you watch my episode 48 preview in-depth analysis in English dub. That's gonna be very awesome because it's gonna do a lot of predictions as to what's gonna happen next week. So make sure you guys watch that as well.